There's no shortage of books, blogs, and babblers peddling advice. But is it really that complicated? Isn't there a clear, no-nonsense approach to a fulfilling life? I'm David Bridgman, and thanks for tuning in today. On this July 4th weekend, as we celebrate freedom, listen to these words from the Bible found in Galatians chapter 5. It is absolutely clear that God has called you to a free life. Just make sure that you don't use this freedom as an excuse to do whatever you want to do and destroy your freedom. Rather, use your freedom to serve one another in love. That's how freedom grows. John Wesley, a leader of the Methodist movement in the 1700s, was all about aligning what we believe with how we behave. So whenever someone wanted to commit their life to God, Wesley connected them to a society and gave them 3 simple rules. Do no harm, do good, stay in love with God. Wesley believed this was a good place to start living your faith. Today, my focus is on simple practice number 1, do no harm. Now, simple does not mean easy. Simple means it's understandable, and we can break it down into steps. So here is one practical, simple, not easy step to doing no harm. It involves the tongue and the tone of the tongue. You know what we say and don't say, and especially how we say it. Back to the Bible in Galatians chapter 5, we read this advice in verse 15. If you bite and ravage each other, watch out. In no time at all, you will be annihilating each other. My counsel is this: live freely, animated and motivated by God's Spirit. Friends, too much harm is done intentionally and unintentionally through the use of the tongue and the tone of the tongue. Imagine what a difference it would make if we all lived do no harm. Imagine if our politicians adopted a policy of doing no harm. Imagine if your business began to do no harm to one another. And imagine your relationships, your family, your friends, your church doing no harm. Hear this truth from God. If you want to enjoy life and see many happy days, keep your tongue from speaking evil and your lips from telling lies. Now, Boy Scout Troop 111 from Jerome Church is on summer camp this week, and they live under the Scout Law. The Scout Law reads like this: a Scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. Now that list will keep them and us from doing no harm. Let's get our hands and our feet out there doing no harm by serving others. You know, establishing muscle memory. You can click right now and join Jerome Church as we serve others. And then too much harm is done with money, and especially the ways we talk about money. Last Sunday at Jerome Church, we recognized the graduates of our Financial Peace University class. They are learning healthy ways to not just use money, but to talk about money. Be sure you are investing in good and godly things. In fact, you can make a donation right now and know you are changing lives. All week, let's repeat the phrase, do no harm, and let's practice do no harm. I believe you and I will become better. Then let's check in right here next week.